So the question is, should you buy a Dyson Digital Slim knowing that the Dyson V8, the V10, the V11, V12, and V15 are all more powerful, but they're also going to be heavier? So you can say, okay, well, I know it's smaller, I know it's going to be weaker, but is it going to be as effective as some of the other higher trim or more expensive Dysons? So let's answer those questions for you. Let's see if this is going to be comparable or if this is just another stick vacuum that Dyson has put their name on that's just not going to be able to be used on carpets, and they're not going to do a good job on floors. So let's go and find out. Because it's coming with the least amount of power at 100 air watts. It's coming with 40 minutes of runtime, but only 5 minutes if you have it on boost. And it's going to be the lightest Dyson that you can get, because this is also coming with the smallest dust cup, similar to your V12 Slim at 0.3 liters. So let's take it out of the box and let's see what we get. So this is what it's going to look like inside. It has the standard setup that you get with all your Dysons. And this is everything you get in the box. It will really remind you of the V12 Slim in terms of the slim profile. So this is how narrow the Dyson Slim is, as you can see, a very narrow tube. But this is the Dyson Digital Slim's body. Very easy to handle. It will really remind you of the Dyson V12 Slim here. Outside of the wall cradle, this is everything you get inside the box. This is going to be your Hyperdynia motor that produces 100 air watts at peak. Here you'll have the standard motor head that's going to be used for the vacuuming. You're going to be coming with the basic attachment tools. So you have your crevice tool as well as a brushing tool. So after lining up all of our Dyson side by side, you can see that the Dyson Digital Slim is going to be about 5 to 6 inches shorter than all the other Dysons. And that's because it's a slim model. They conserved and they made everything a little bit shorter in order to save a little bit of money. Because I don't know why the wand can't just be 4 inches taller, or they could have just added those inches somewhere else, but they decided to make this shorter for whatever reason. So what that means is that if you're on the taller side, like I'm 6'4", the Dyson Digital Slim is going to feel a little bit awkward when you use it and maneuver it around your floors, because it's going to be something that you have to hunch down to. If you're looking at your Dysons here, you'll notice that they all pretty much have the same shape. They all have similar attachments. They're pretty modular, and according to Dyson, on the design and ergonomics of your Dyson Digital Slim, it's going to be 30% lighter and 20% smaller than the Dyson V11 next to it. And I could definitely believe it, because the V11 is going to be larger, as well as the tube is also going to be thicker, and even the components are going to be slightly more heavy duty. So everything about the V11 seems to have better build quality than what you got with the Digital Slim. Why the V11 is going to be more powerful? Because the Hyperdynia motor size on your Dyson V11 is going to be way larger than what you get with the Digital Slim. So if you look at the overall sizing between the Dyson V12 and the Dyson Digital Slim, you notice that it's mostly in the wand. The wand is going to be longer on the V12 than it is on the Digital Slim. On the actual head unit, it's not that much larger, not as much as the wand is longer than the Digital Slim. Now the Dyson Digital Slim is coming with that 150 air watt motor versus the 100 air watt motor you get with the Digital Slim. But it's important to remember that those watts, the air watts, is only applying when this is on boost mode. So the overall battery life is very important, because you can't operate these on boost mode all the time. Keep using boost and it degrades that battery quickly. After about 100 uses, it might only charge up to about 96% or 95% after that stretch. So be careful and use boost mode judiciously if you can. So if you look at the motor head for the Dyson V12 and the Digital Slim, you might not notice any difference between them. They look exactly the same. If I asked you which one is the V12 and which one is the Digital Slim, I'm not sure you're going to be able to answer me, because there's no way to really know until you get to the actual motor itself. So what if I switch out the motor head from the Slim to the Dyson V12 here, and I plug that in? You can see that the Slim is working. So that really proves to us that the Dyson Digital Slim is just a reconfigured V12 with a weaker motor. Then we want to check one more thing. So now, knowing that I have the Digital Slim here, I'm going to replace the motor back to the Digital Slim motor, the 100 air watt motor. We're going to reinstall the battery here, and we're going to see, can this use the fluffy optic brush roll, the Tech Brush, that you get with the V12, because they're going to have the same size. And we have our Detect brush roll here. So this is what it looks like on Eco. It's working. So the key takeaway here is that your Dyson Digital Slim can use a Detect brush from the V12. The Dyson Digital Slim on boost mode with that full 100 air watts mirrors a medium setting on the Dyson V12. And that's just going to show you, I'm just replacing the motor to the Dyson V12 here. So you definitely get faster and more power with the V12 over the Digital Slim just by testing it with the V12 components. And after testing, I understand why the Dyson Digital Slim does not come with the Detect Brush Roll. Because it comes with this attachment, it doesn't have enough power in order to properly rotate the soft brush roll on pretty much any surface. Because even on boost mode, your Dyson Digital Slim doesn't rotate the brush rolls fast enough or powerful enough that it's going to be effective, in my opinion, for a majority of floor surfaces other than for light sweeping or light dusting. So after using the Dyson Digital Slim for 2 weeks, and as well as running it on multiple vacuum tests against the Dyson V12 Slim that you see here and other various Dysons, I can conclude that the Dyson Digital Slim on medium mode is going to be comparable to the Eco setting that you get on your Dyson V11, as well as it's going to be similar to what you get on the Dyson V12. Where the big difference lies is when you get to boost mode as well as the overall battery lifespan. Floor type matters here because if you use the Dyson Digital Slim on hard floors or using it on low pill carpet, the performance is going to be good. I don't think this is underpowered for those situations unless you have large messes or lots of hair. Where this is going to be underpowered is when you start using it on higher pill carpets. So this is a high pill carpet that we have, and in this room it doesn't do a great job unless I have it on medium mode, and then for bigger stains or anything deeper I have to put it on boost. You have to change the mode on your Dyson Digital Slim if you want the best results for this type of floor. So let's just talk about the biggest weakness with the Dyson outside of its features. It's going to be its price. It is prohibitively expensive at MSRP, close to about $500. But even if you get this on sale, let's say for $250, which is how much I paid for mine, it is still going to be expensive. And it is not much better than what you get with the Dyson V8. And the Dyson V8 has a little bit more power, so you might be able to get different usage out of it compared to your Dyson Digital Slim. And all of the Dysons that you see around me, the V10, the V11, the V12, the V15, all of them are going to be much more powerful. And I understand that the V12, the V15, the Gen 5 Detect, these Dysons are expensive. They're going to be way more expensive than what you're getting the Digital Slim for. But what about a V10, a V11? They are going to be more powerful, and if you're looking at the V10, it's going to have almost 50% more power. You might not get the digital display, but overall the performance is going to be the same. Then what if you compare it to a V11? You can get this refurbished for close to about $250, $300, but the V11 is going to way outperform your Dyson Digital Slim and give you way more use cases where you can use this on carpet, high pill carpet, and it's still going to do a good job, especially consider how the performance is on the Digital Slim on denser or bigger or larger messes, because this works, but it doesn't work as well as the V11. So ultimately, what is our verdict on the Dyson Digital Slim? It's slim, it's small, it's shorter, it has less power, but that doesn't make it a better cordless stick vacuum. And compare the Dyson Digital Slim to its competition, like from Shark or Bissell. However, those are going to be a lot cheaper, probably 50% the price of what you get here on the Dyson Digital Slim for comparable power. The only benefit of here is that you're getting the external battery and you're getting the Dyson name. You're not getting the Dyson suction power, and that's the main lacking feature here. And ultimately, if you want to get the Dyson Digital Slim, it's going to be a personal preference choice for you, because I understand that you want the Dyson name. I understand that this looks cool, it's going to be slick, but it's not going to be that effective. And you can get comparable effective stick vacuums that are from $100 to $150 that are going to do the same job your Dyson does. The only benefit of the Dyson Digital Slim is that on its low as well as eco mode, it's still going to be energy efficient relative to its battery size, and it's going to be coming in a lightweight as well as easy to handle package because it's a Dyson that's underpowered. So with that, thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and please hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help support our channel, and I'll catch you next time. This is our Dyson Digital Slim. Bye, bye, bye.